Hey, Chris.
Hey, brother, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm really good, thanks.
You are doing good. You got a #1 record, man. That's a good place to be in life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you know what? It's a good place to be in life when you wake up in the morning. That's the first thing. But yes, it's a
Absolutely.
blessing to also have another #1 song that is just awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, you're absolutely right. When you're vertical, every day you're vertical is a good day, and coming off this #1 record, man, and you've been on Ellen and Today Show. You just got featured in the Tennessean. I mean, you're just everywhere.
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome, man. People have really been showing the love, and of course they always, for some reason they always have, which I just is a blessing as well. But it just seems more so now even than ever. And I don't know, man. We just feel really blessed, to be honest with you. I have a lot of gratitude in my heart. We worked really hard to kind of get where we are, and everything that has come from it has been just really incredible and awesome, very humbling and also fun. It's a lot of fun having hit upon hit. I mean, and of course, why wouldn't it be, right? But when you work so hard to get it, man, it feels so much better when you work hard for it.
Absolutely. And we've talked several times before, and I just am so impressed with your energy and your positivity most of all. I mean, I know you have to have bad days. How do you tackle those or pull yourself out?
Well, that's a great question. And of course I have bad days. Like everybody has bad days. That's so funny you should mention that, because a lot of people ask me all the time, they're like, you just never have a bad day, huh? Well, first of all, in my business, I have to put on face all the time. You understand? I'm not acting, but I have to put on face no matter what, because if I look at it like this, it's all for the cause, right? It's all for the job.
Right.
When it comes down to business. And I work a lot. So when I say all the time, it's not really all the time, but 90% of the time, yes. And so even if I'm in a bad mood or something's bothering me, I have to, try my best just to save face. But the good part about doing that is, some folks in the world, including myself, have a hard time doing that. And by the way, I'm probably the worst at it, because I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and you can see it all over if you really know me well, you can see it all over my face that I'm miserable. But the good thing about it is when you train yourself to do that, what I'm getting at is that you change the narrative in your own body, you change the narrative in your own mind and spirit, and you just start living more positive, man, to be frankly honest with you. You just do. It's almost like a training process that I had to put myself through, because naturally, the real natural Chris Jansen, when I get up in the morning, not to speak in third person, but when I get up in the morning, I'm just like about almost the whole rest of the world. I'm usually in kind of a cranky mood before my first coffee. I'm just kind of grumbling around. But to be honest with you, man, changing that narrative in my own self and just basically forcing myself to be in a great mood every day that I wake up. I have healthy kids. I have a beautiful wife. I have just an unbelievable life. I mean, literally, just unbelievable. And the life that, like Merle Haggard said, man, the life that most men would only dream of, I got it. And when you have that, you just, it's honestly, it's shameful not to be thankful, grateful, and happy. So I try to remember all those things, and especially in the times where I am in a bad mood, or I even want to be in a bad mood. I know that sounds crazy, but like everybody does that every now and again. Like you kind of want to be mad sometimes, and I just choose not to be. I choose to change the situation, change my way of thinking, and I think a lot of that comes with my faith. I mean, I'm a Christian, and so I pray about it a lot. I pray over myself a lot, and just over my attitude in general, and always to be grateful. So when I originally said, it's putting on face, man, and like face value is everything. I don't want others to think I'm in a bad mood. I don't want others to perceive me wrong ever. So I put a lot of that in my faith, man, and I feel like God has changed my heart, to be honest with you. I got a lot to be thankful for.
Well, and I liked a couple of things you said there. When you said when you referenced to be in a bad mood would be shameful with everything that you've got, with everything that has you've been blessed with. To be in a bad mood would be shameful. And the other thing too, and I know it happens for myself as well. When you're not feeling well and you like I said, you're cranky or whatever, but you have to go out and you have to meet people, you have to perform. When you put on that happy face, that positive face,
yep,
the people that you're around see it and it reflects back, and it gets you out of that funk.
That's it. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, that was you nailed it. That's exactly my point. It's like you start living that way and walking and talking that way, and then you begin being that way. And it's pretty awesome, man, when you think about it. But we as humans, we just forget to do that. So it's an easy mess up. It's an easy thing to forget. I mean, I'm guilty of it every single day. But to be honest with you, man, like I've always been a guy who takes a lot of pride in my lyrics because I write all the songs that I sing and they mean something. And like for instance, we were talking about having another number one. Whenever I wrote Good Vibes, I was in a cranky mood. I was not in a good mood. I was grumbling around, just complaining of just about stupid stuff. Looking back now, it was ridiculous. I mean, just stupid. Which most of the time when you're mad, it is over something stupid. But the point is that I just threw my hands up and said, okay, never mind. I'm not going to this is just not good energy. So good vibes only, jokingly. And it changed the whole narrative of the day. And we wrote the song and now we got a hit on it. So for me personally, singing that song all the time now and being known as the good vibes guy, if you will, like it has changed my heart, to be honest with you, because I'm,
that's great.
When you repeat something out of your mouth enough, man, words are powerful. A lot of power in words, man. So I always encourage people to try to speak as much positivity as you can because words are powerful, and the more you speak it, the more it can change your life for the better. And also on the other spectrum of that, the more negative you speak, the more negative that's going to surround your life. I mean, trust me, I know.
Amen, brother. Amen to that. Chris, you're such an inspiration for all of us. Like you said, you do have your bad days, but you find your way out of it, and you talk about your faith and your family, and you sing about all these positive things, and you're just such an inspiration for all of us, and such an asset to country music. And I feel so blessed to be able to talk to you and to be able to play your music on the radio. It's important.
Well, thanks, man. That means a lot to me that you say that, because I'll tell you, like, my whole life, man, I've been a blessed person my whole life. I have felt blessed my whole life, and I continue to feel blessed. But I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful for the things that I got, and for all I've told you this before. You've heard me say this right to you. Like, all I ever wanted in my job was to be on the radio. Like, that's all I ever wanted to be was a radio star, man. Have songs on the radio. Like, I grew up listening to the radio, like we all did, and so I still do. Yeah. And so that's all I ever wanted. So, when you talk to me, man, you're talking to a guy who is living, breathing, walking, talking his dreams out. And so that right there is enough to be excited about. I mean, that's awesome, So, I just don't take those moments for granted, man, because in 2 seconds, not only life, but those moments and those blessings could be stripped from you and just in a snap of a finger. And,
absolutely.
I don't want that to happen. So I just keep it on the up.
Just talking to you here, just for these couple of minutes, you've made me feel better, and I wasn't having a bad day, and I feel better now. Well,
thank you.
I'm looking forward to having you here in town too. You come to Salem. That's going to be Friday night, November 8th. A Friday night at the Salem Civic Center with Chris Jansen. That's going to be a show.
I'm looking forward to it too. I think it's going to be amazing, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of good vibes, no pun intended, and I'm just going to sing all the hit songs, of course, that the folks know. But on top of that, man, we're going to not only sing the hits, but sing hits that I've written for my friends, a lot of songs you'll know from the radio and things like that, and just have genuinely a good time, man, and a good spirit. Will be there, and I encourage people that get your tickets now, and when you get your tickets, man, just go ahead and plan on being in a good mood. Go ahead and plan on bringing a smile. Go ahead and plan on bringing good energy, because the more you bring to a guy like me to a show, that you get it back tenfold. And I I don't mean like just a little bit. I mean like a lot of it. So it's going to be great.
It's going to be an awesome night, man. Can't wait to see you there. You know, I live by your philosophy. I didn't choose the redneck life; it chose me.
Amen, brother.
So
same here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be there, foot stomping and hand clapping with you, Chris. I appreciate you so much.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. It's good to talk to you, and thank you for having me on.